Hey guys, it's Heather the Crochet Witch. How are you guys doing? I'm in the squeaky chair. It's my co-host this week. Anyway, welcome to, this is actually week 4. So, yeah, week 4's update for March's movie Marquee challenge that I am doing with Sandy from Crochet A's Canada. If you have not joined us for that before, basically, this was the brainchild from Sandy, and her and I are picking movies. We're taking turns. January was Sandy's, February was mine. This month of March is Sandy's turn. We're taking turns picking movies. From that, we are drawing inspiration from the movie poster, which we will post for you guys, and drawing inspiration from the colors. I've gone a little bit extra now and then, like in February I did, and I feel like I've gone a little bit extra, maybe. I'll explain it in March. And sorry, brain, all week, I'm telling you, all week my brain has just been like everywhere but focused. I don't know what my deal is. I think I have that weird brain where I know I'm going on vacation next week. So I'm like, my vacation brain is already, I'm not even going anywhere. I'm just excited that I'm going to be on vacation. Anyway, yeah. So anywho, where was I? We have been doing projects. Originally it was blankets, but we've been doing projects inspired by the movie poster for the month. This pick of Sandy's for March is Venom. You don't have to, but we're inviting you guys to play along with us and make projects also. You don't have to use the movie poster that we're doing. You could pick your own movie. If you want to. If it's just like not inspiring to you at all, that's totally fine. You could pick your own movie. We both have Facebook groups that are linked down below that we are asking you to show us in. And there's been some really, really awesome makes for all the months. And you guys have definitely beat me to Venom, I'll tell you what. And there's been some awesome Venom ones. But if you do a different movie, maybe show us the movie poster along with it, if you can. That would be awesome, so we can see like what colors you've pulled from it. But yeah, like I said, originally it was a blanket challenge, which we decided to open up to an anything challenge for everybody who didn't love to do blankets or felt that a blanket a month was a little bit too much to do. I have been endeavoring still to do it. Last month I fell short a little bit. I did end up finishing it, but I finished it in this month's like first week, and then started this month's challenge afterwards. But here is the movie poster for Venom. I'm just going to show you guys that and show you the colors. I know that it's a bit of a dark poster, but people have found plenty of colors to draw off of it. Some people have found like an orangish red or even a darker red somewhere around the letters, or like Venom's gum line in there. I think there's two different, like there's an orangey red, like a peachy orangey red, and then there's a red. There's obviously like a white and almost like a silvery white on his teeth and up by his eyes. The sky in the background has got like a blue and a gray because it's like a stormy, cloudy night or day, whatever. There's different colors in Guy's face. Neither Sandy nor I have been able to remember the guy's name from the movie. Like, we can remember Venom, but not his host guy. Terrible with that. But anyway, so there is the poster. And yeah, like I said, you could even just do a single color blanket if you so choose. Like, do whatever strikes you, whatever you want, or not blanket. I'm doing a blanket, so I keep saying blanket. Do whatever you want. Sandy is doing this really cool poncho-ish thing. Poncho-ish thing. I know that's not really selling it. It is really cool. This coming week when she does the final review or reveal. See, I told you my brain and my mouth are not even connected. When she does the final reveal, she's going to have it completely finished so you can see like exactly where she sews it up and this and that. But she's got some really great colors like working in that she's drawn off of the poster. And yeah, so definitely go check her out. That's where I was going with that to see. There is a playlist linked down below, although I have been very bad at adding her videos to the playlist. I need to just go through and add them all for last month and this month. But her channel is also linked down below. So you probably should like go and subscribe and all that good stuff to her channel anyway, and to her Facebook group, and show Sandy and myself your lovely makes if you are playing along. But let me show you the progress on what I have done. I'm so pleased the way this is coming out. I'm not even gonna front about it. I'm just very excited and pleased about this. Yeah. By the way, part of where my thought process and brain before I show you this is, we'll talk about this back here, which I know you can't fully see all of it, but I have shown this before, at least part way, and it's ready to fully be talked about, shown off, and I actually have a podcast because I think I have enough to say. I got a lot to say coming up. Okay, so anyway, so what I did was now, I will also say for this yearly challenge, this is a 12-month challenge, obviously, if we're picking turns each month. I am endeavoring to try to only use collection yarn, unless there's something that I absolutely have to buy a second skein of, or that I just need this certain one of that I don't have or something. I am endeavoring to only draw off of my collection the best that I can. So we'll see how that goes. But so far, so good. I don't think I've actually bought anything for this challenge. I thought I'd have to with my Silence of the Lambs blanket right here, and I didn't end up doing that either. So far, so good. What I have done is, let me see if I can grab one of these out without causing an avalanche here. From various different years of Hobby Lobby sailing, they have put various different colors of this striped yarn on clearance at Hobby Lobby. This is one of them, which is tan teal. So I was using this for the flesh color of the dude that is hosting Venom. I can't think of his name. And the blue for the bluish gray of the sky in the background, the clouds, the rainy clouds. I was using that. And I also have, I think it's back here somewhere. I don't have it on hand, but I have a black gray. And that's what it's called, black gray. In the same type of striped yarn. And if you've never used striped yarn, maybe if you have used scarfy yarn, which if you've been around, you know that's one of my favorite yarns. This has the same feel to it. It has pretty much the same texture. I think it has mostly the same fiber buildup. It is acrylic and wool like scarfy. 78% acrylic and 22% wool. And like I said, it's from Hobby Lobby. They still carry this, just not this color because they clearanced it out, I believe. So I don't think they ever restock the colors that they clearance out, like generally anyway. But I have 3 different ones. Like actually this white black is another one right here. I used that in the Silence of the Lambs. I had a lot of that. I'm hoping in another challenge to be able to use some more of that. Honestly, I have so much of it. But 2, 3, 4. I think I have 5 more of these. And I'm not done with the blanket yet, so we'll see how much more I use of this. But I think I've used 3 or 4 so far. I had quite a bit of this. But I have been, see how right there it goes from black to white? And there's only this tiny, 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 tiny bit of marling in between the colors, whereas Scarfy has like a long color change where it marls. I have been color controlling and snipping out that color change. So I've been snipping out maybe this much yarn. It varies, but like that much yarn in between the colors and rolling up the balls so I can color control them. And I have been doing squares. Like here's the gray black, but I've been doing squares that are half and half solid granny squares. And I had to obviously do that because otherwise it would never fall the same way necessarily. And never in a straight line. There's no way. I would not get that lucky. And then also, like, this is the tan from here and the black from the gray black. And then here's the blue and the tan from this complete ball. And I have been sewing them together. Well, I haven't been sewing them, but we'll get to that. I have been doing diagonal squares together. Because on the cover of the movie poster, you'll notice Venom is half and half, kind of taking over his host, right? So he's half Venom, he's half Guy, and I wanted to kind of bring that forth in the pattern of the blanket. So the squares are half and half. This half is like, I am referring to it as the human half, like the human square, because it's Guy colored and the hoodie of I think his hoodie is like a gray blue, and then the sky behind him is gray blue. So this is what I've been referring to as like the human colored squares. This is the Venom squares, what I've been referring to, like when I'm talking about them to myself or in my notes, it's the Venom squares. And then this is the Venom on host squares, because it's the Guy and Venom, right? And then in the actual pattern, I'm doing it, so Venom is down here, human is up here, and they meet in the middle on the diagonal with the Venom host squares. You see that? Now I am trying to make my blanket smaller, and if I had decided right now, this would be a pretty decent, I think, baby blanket, especially if I threw a border on this right now. It'd be a pretty decent baby blanket. I do have one more row that I want to put on to make it completely even, because as you can see, the Venom host square starts in this corner. It goes up the blanket, and right now it ends here. I do want it to end here. So, and that will make it a complete square blanket, which that I don't love. I do not love square like lap blankets, baby blankets. So since my vacation starts in 2 days and I will have more of the month to work on it, I considered adding a top row and a bottom row of either solid squares, or the top row could be all human squares and the bottom row could be all Venom squares, or the top row could be all like a solid square of like blue for the sky, and the bottom row could be like all black squares for Venom. I don't know yet. I don't know. I don't even know if I'll do that. And then I want to put like at least a single crochet border around it. I'm not sure yet. But when I said we'd get to the way that I joined them, you would think, let me try to not knock. I have so much stuff here still from rearranging. Hopefully on my vacation, I can get to cleaning some of the stuff up that I have been meaning to do. I meant to do it on the last vacation too, and then stuff got away from me. I will say on this vacation though, this one, when I said I'm not going anywhere, I am planning to go to some concerts. So hopefully I'll still get some cleaning done in between. But I'm not like going away on an extended like stay anywhere, but still. It looks sewn right there. Yes, like a whip stitch sewn. That is also how, if you have seen my continuous join or anybody's continuous join, that is how the continuous join looks, okay? And this side is completely just flat, okay? But the continuous join, if you were to make all of your squares and like have them all made and do a continuous join between them, you would have a margin of whatever joining color you have, like normal, right? You'd have like maybe a 1-inch margin or whatever that you're joining them with. And that would be flat too. So that's why I love it. Like it's always flat. But what I did was I'm like, so can you just tell how like proud of myself I am? I figured out how to join as I go. So I didn't have to make all the squares in advance since I didn't know how many I would be doing because I didn't know if I'd make it rectangular or square yet. So I'm joining as I go, but I'm still doing the continuous join so that it lays flat, but I don't have to sew it. I can still crochet it together. And I did mention in the last one, and you guys did all voice your opinions about wanting to see a tutorial when I get to it. And that will be when I clean this space off, because this in front of me over on this side is my filming space for tutorials, which is why you haven't seen any kind of, like not even a stitch tutorial from me while I've been cleaning stuff and rearranging stuff, is because like when I clean stuff out from this space over here that I've been complaining about, a lot of it has landed over here. Just saying. So like, I don't mind talking about it. I definitely don't want to show you this, but I don't mind telling you that is why it's delayed. So I will show it to you. For now, my continuous join is linked in the bottom of a lot of my videos, like in the Dropbox. But that is the one that gives you like the margin in between. It's for joining like your granny squares as you make them, or, you know, not as you make them. It's not a join as you go, like this one is. I don't even know what I would call it. Continually join as you go. I don't know. I don't have a good name for the title of it or for the name of this join. But just flat join as you go, or crochet join as, I don't know. I'll have to think on that one, I guess. It's got to be something catchy, right? But anyway, yeah, it is join as you go so that I can put as many or as few as I need to on it, but it's crocheted and it's very flat on both sides. I love it. I love it. I, again, never want to do anything that isn't some type of a continuous join, whether it's like this or a join, you know, the traditional join as you go. I love it. So that is the progress that I have done so far. And it's almost done. No matter what it is I end up doing, it's almost done. Because if I do solid squares, those will go much faster than the, these don't take that long, to be fully honest. But they will go much faster as solid colors than half colors. So that is what I have for this. I will do one more update, which feels cheaty because it would really be an update number 5 because of the way the weeks have played out, but it'll be like in the middle of next week. It'll be just a reveal. I'm not going to put update 5. It'll be the reveal of the final on March 31st, and I will also be letting you guys know what movie I pick from my little cauldron of movies. And don't worry, they're not all horror movies, and some of them actually have more than like a couple of colors on the cover. That being said, I will probably pick the 1 or 2 in there that do have very few colors in them, but I promise you some of them you should be quite happy with the amount of colors in them. I will say already. I'm just saying. You should be. For those of you who want more color choices. I hope you will be. But yeah. So hopefully you like everything, and hopefully you have checked out Sandy's channel and have seen her project. She always does such pretty things, like really pretty things. And yeah, just hopefully you are joining along with us too, because this is fun. It is fun. And it's a good way, if you are doing the same thing as I am, to try to just like use from your collection, it's a good way to do that. Because like some movie posters are color combinations that I would not think to put together. Some are, because some, I mean, are like black and white I would have thought to put together for Silence of the Lambs. But I would never have thought to put like orange and burnt orange in with black and white. So, or like last month I did Lost Boys, and I was actually already going to put those colors together anyway, so I had them on hand, but like it was a great opportunity to get it done, and I did. So that made me happy. And then stuff like this, like I would probably do black and gray together, but I would never think to pair them with blue and tan. But I really like the way that this is coming out, and I actually took this to work. I didn't work today, but I went to go see my best friend Seth, who does watch, so hi Seth. And I showed him and our boss, and both of them really liked it. And actually anybody that came in to to talk to us while we were in there, they all liked the color combinations together, which is surprising, right? Because I mean, it was surprising to me because it's nothing that I would have ever thought to put together. But you know, because I was trying to use up what I had, and it was colors that did belong to the movie poster, it worked. So you might surprise yourself if that's how you approach, you know, this challenge. So anyway, I'm going to shut up now, and I will talk to you very soon. And yeah, as always, you know that I love you guys, and thanks for watching. Bye, guys.